Welcome to another episode of last week's Comics Today. It's a much smaller week of comics for me, and I think next week is going to be large, so I hope I get them all read in time. But it is a smaller week of comics for me, and these were great. Not like last week where I was mostly disappointed in what I read. So we're going to start with Barbaric, and I hope you're caught up with events in Barbaric, because this references some of the previous series. There was, thankfully, a collection that just came out of Volume 2 for the series, so I hope you grab that. I actually didn't. I'm upset, I think, possibly in denial. Volume 1 was a hardcover, Volume 2 is softcover, and I hate that transition in format. I've gone through it before, begrudgingly, so I'm dragging my feet hoping for a hardcover of Barbaric Volume 2. But, so I said, spoilers. This issue features the return of some characters that have been previously in Barbaric, and it picks up following the cliffhanger ending of Volume 2. So, you've had some opportunities. If you're going to skip ahead to avoid spoilers. So, at the end of the previous volume, Owen gets sent to Hell, and he is separated from Axe. Axe is now with Soren, and she and Steel are on the hunt for Owen. He doesn't show up until the very end. He is not riding a dragon at the end of it, but somebody else is, and that is another reason why I say I hope you've read the previous volumes. So, this is, as always, just a fantastic read. I was a huge fan. Just the writing, the art, all of it. It's amazing. I've been praising this book for as long as I've been reading it and doing these videos. Every issue is fantastic. Highly recommended. Grab the one-shots as well. Those will be important. And I think, if I'm remembering the name correctly, I'll try to put the image here. This is going to be the year of the Axe. There will be plenty of Barbaric to enjoy this coming year. Up next we have Nightclub issue 2, and honestly the only reason I grabbed this, well, part of it was the price, so it is still cheaper, and the other reason is because I wasn't getting many other books this week. So I'm like, well, I'll grab issue 2, see where it goes, and it doesn't really go much of anywhere. You may have guessed, but our main character has turned his two friends, actually he's the main character, has turned his two friends into vampires just like himself. And they enjoy that. I think next issue things are going to come crashing down around them. But so far they are young, they're having fun, they're filming themselves, trying to make money on YouTube. It's weird, but whatever. So the art's great, the story is, I don't know. Can't tell where it's going, but like I said, I think things are going to come crashing down for them probably next issue. The cop is, well, the cop, Sweatpants Cop is going to show up and probably be mad. But I guess we'll see. That's next issue. It's fine. It's fine. World's Finest, issue 11. So, there's an unexpected Kingdom Come tie-in that's happening here. If you haven't been paying attention to headlines, this is pretty great. I like all of them. I don't know if any of these are pre-existing characters, but if they are all new, it's off to a great start. Key, I'm not really a big fan of. I think maybe I should go read that issue that I skipped. Anyway, unexpected Kingdom Come tie-in, right? If you haven't been paying attention, and that grabbed my interest in a way that the character that they were introducing in this arc did not grab my interest. And I think next issue we are getting a separate story. Yes, I think we're getting the story of what happened between Robin and Supergirl. There were a couple of great scenes with Robin and Supergirl in the early issues, and I think this is supposed to tell the story of what happened between them and why there's this tension. So I'm looking forward to that. I will check to see if it's still drawn by Dan Mora, because some of the one-off issues weren't, and I know that he's supposed to be moving over. I think both of them are moving over to Shazam in the summer, so I'm uncertain of the future of this book. This was certainly interesting. I'm glad I grabbed it. The story, specifically Key, is hit or miss. I don't know. It's a good read. I'm just not into either of the villainous characters. The heroes have a great story going on. The villains, even the Joker when he was in it, I'm just not. None of it feels right. It's not ringing true to me in some indefinable way. I don't know. I think I just said this is fine. This is better than fine. It's just not a ringing endorsement from me. What is, however, is Immortal Sergeant, which was an amazing read. Now, hold up a second. So if you see the creators here, this is the same creative team as I Kill Giants. You might see a bookmark up there. I'm reading this. I should be doing a video soon, fingers crossed. But I am rereading I Kill Giants, which I loved back in the day. So, Immortal Sergeant, as soon as I saw the creative team, I jumped on it. I think it's a 9-issue series, and this is just incredible. I loved every panel of this. So we have the main character here, who is a sergeant. He is retiring. Jokes about his age. I think he's been a cop for 45 years, which is quite a long time. The art is just incredible. He is here on a golf course. He shoots the watch at the... He's not a fan of golf, by the way. So he drives his giant land boat onto a golf course and he shoots the pocket watch that the police force gave him, and then they flash back. And it flashes back 1 week. So it's I really don't want to say anything else besides that, but it is off to an amazing start. I love this. I'm immediately adding this to my pull list. I initially only grabbed the first issue. I should have known better and just grabbed the whole series, but I've already written an email, and I'll be telling my comic shop to add this to my pull list, because it's amazing. I hope you're reading this. Next up we have Kroma issue 3. This is a 4-issue series, so there's only one left, and I feel like I say this pretty often, but I have no idea where this story is going. So it's supposed to wrap up next issue, and these are oversized issues, but I don't know. I can't tell where it's going. I am along for the ride. I very much want to see where it goes, how it ends, but I can't tell. I have no expectations, no predictions about where or how things are going. This is, however, fantastic. I loved it. There's a surprising scene near the end that I think caught the main character off guard as much as it did me, which is phenomenal. This is great. I hope you're reading it. I'm intentionally remaining vague about what happens, but there's a girl with 2 different colored eyes. And you can see here, oversized animals. Lorenzo was working with Kirkman previously on a book I wasn't reading. I can't remember the name of it, but the art is phenomenal, and it turns out he's also a pretty fantastic writer. So grab this if you are at all interested, and the art is beautiful. Lastly, I grabbed Volume 4 of Hickman's Fantastic Four. This is not just Fantastic Four, but it's the Future Foundation series as well. This is the end of it, and I want to reread these 4 volumes. So I enjoyed this when it was coming out. I ordinarily make fun of the Fantastic Four. I think Fantastic Four is generally written by... I mean, nobody's as smart as Reed is supposed to be, but I think Reed comes off as the world's smartest idiot more often than he should. And he does some things in this run that aren't the smartest, but of all Fantastic Four that I've read, Hickman's run was the best. So I was a fan enough of this to have grabbed it second time, now in trade form. This is going on the shelf, and I've been wanting to reread this for a while, especially once I started flipping through the books in order to do the Galactus review that I did for Shock and Awe. So there are some things before it, but I would like to get to this soon. Probably won't be until mid to late February at the earliest, but as soon as I can start doing some videos, I will get those out. And that is everything that I read this week. And they're all great, but Immortal Sergeant is getting pick of the week. So I feel like I've been a mess as far as recording this video this morning. Like, I can't convey what I want to say about these books, but Immortal Sergeant is just an absolute phenomenal first issue. Barbaric is great as always. I highly recommend. Nightclub is great art. I have no idea where the story's going, but it's Mark Miller, so that's on you. Decide for yourself. Batman Superman is well written, at least the hero half. The villain half is, I don't know. I've never quite felt this arc. I didn't really feel the original arc with Nez-Ha, but as far as the heroes, it's very well written, and Dan Mora on art means that it looks gorgeous. Kroma, just, it's great. It's another case where an incredibly talented artist is also an incredibly talented writer, so grab that as well. Just grab... Hopefully you are enjoying what you're reading. Grab what you like, but I'm recommending all of these. So this is everything that I got this week. As always, I get all of my books from a local comic shop. If you don't know where yours is, you can use this URL to find the one closest to you. Thanks for watching.